Uganda, the 50 million population East African nation, technically a democracy, is going through some issues, to put it lightly, certainly in terms of optics. Their president, Yoweri Museveni, he's 81, very sprightly young man. He's just won a seventh term in office. Oh, okay. God, I'm going to need tea early in this one. A seventh term in office. My God. He's been elected president for 40 years straight. Damn it, those are legitimate elections. If then Museveni is so popular, no? What is it about this man? Is it the cowboy hat, maybe? The plump cheeks, shiny in the spotlight? The UN has said that there has been widespread repression and intimidation, quoted from the UN, in the latest election, including a crackdown on opposition rallies. So, groups of people gathering to support the opposition against Museveni, the 40-year-long president of the country. There's apparently crackdowns. That doesn't sound surprising. Now, Bobby Wine, if it's true, it doesn't sound surprising. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, just analytically, non-biased, unbiased. Now, they have an opposition candidate in Uganda, and his name, he's chosen like a stage name, a political stage name, like News Baba. Man's called himself Bobby Wine. I can't critique him on that. It's a great name, very catchy. Bobby Wine, according to the state itself, Uganda, that's the government with the president, 40 years running, right? Seventh term in office. Bobby Wine got 24% of the vote share, apparently. He's now in hiding, though, because he says he fears for his life. Is this guy being dramatic? Fears for his life? Come on, he can't be serious, right? Well, let me hit you with just a single fact on social media. And you can decide for yourself. You see, the winner of the elections, the guy who's been president for 4 decades, I'll stop saying that now, I've said that enough times. His son, publicly on social media, threatened to kill Bobby Wine. And the president's son said that if my father, the president, was not such a good man, if he wasn't protecting Bobby Wine directly, I would personally cut off Bobby Wine's noggin. Excuse me? His head? Really? In another post, the son of the president said he threatened to cut off Bobby Wine's let's just say making children for Bobby Wine moving forward would literally be nothing short of a miracle if he followed through and cut this part off. So yeah, you thought democratic elections in your country got heated. Mate, these guys are like, hold my mashed green bananas, and I request that you take Uganda, at this. This guy can't decide what part of the opposition's body he wants to cut off first. Not gonna lie, that seems like a completely fair reason to go into hiding. Personally, I mean, unbiased, analytically, it sounds quite reasonable to want to avoid that kind of, like, what part am I gonna get lopped off, Now, Uganda held their elections about 10 days ago, 15th January, during an internet blackout. The state is firmly in control, it would seem, of their country, and will be after this presidential election has resulted in what was very expected, very predicted. That's the news. And for today, I'll hold off on most of the analysis, but I'll give you a cheeky, sneaky peeky. I know Uganda is not a nation I cover much, not yet at least, so I'll ease up on the details. Many of you don't even know where Uganda is. It's in East Africa. For now, know that it's a country that politically is centrally controlled. So when I say that, I mean democracy is there, but more symbolic, like the fact the UK has a king. Right? We have a king, but he's not. he's a king with not really kingly powers. If you get what I'm saying, right? Real power lies elsewhere. So similarly, in democratic Uganda, real power lies elsewhere. So centrally controlled, right? For better or worse. Loads of people say they're analytical, they're unbiased, but they're still pro-democracy. That's the sacred thing. Not me. Bro, I'm fully unbiased. So I'm not even saying democracy is the if I'm pro-democracy, I wouldn't call myself unbiased. So I'm giving you full analytical setup, right? So we're not even taking democracy as something that's inherently, blindly, in every case, positive. Not to say I'm anti-democracy, but I'm saying I'm not taking a pro-democratic stance. So for better or worse, Uganda is on paper a democracy, but in practice, more centralized control is the term I would use. Is what I use for China, Russia, many other governments where the people don't have an outsized and direct choice in their head of state. Now, in terms of relationship, Uganda is transactional in terms of its partnerships with the great powers. Like most African countries, they will rely more on China for infrastructure and loans and investments than America, but they do work with America on some defense and military aspects. And interesting, you'll often see this great power alignment of countries sort of fizzle out. It's not as important. The deeper into Africa you go, this massive continent, very hard to sort of traverse from the outside. There was a Victorian era, quote unquote, scramble for Africa by the European powers, which we won't get into now, but as if it's theirs to sort of scramble over. But yeah, they, at the time they were technologically superior, so it was an age of empires and colonization of Africa, right? And there was a lot of entering Africa by the powers, France, the UK, the Netherlands, right, Dutch East Indies, for example, right, Germany to some extent, Italy to some extent. So the deeper you went into Africa, even back then, the harder it got to actually hold sort of colonial control. Very interesting stuff. It's an interesting topic I hope to cover in my full lectures in the next couple of months that I release, probably on Substack. So sign up for the newsletter in my bio description to keep track of when I release those and any other updates. Now, I want to finalize by saying Uganda, just to give you an idea of where it is landlocked in East Africa, near the south part of East Africa, about 2 countries deep from the eastern coast. So you have Somalia, you have Kenya, you have Uganda. Above Uganda, you have South Sudan and Sudan. To the southeast, I think you have Rwanda, and to the west, you have the DRC, probably the Democratic Republic of the Congo, also very democratic, such democratic, so much democracy, it's overwhelming. So yeah, it's insulated Uganda from the great power struggles that the coastal countries often cannot avoid. Anyway, I thought I'd drop this sort of initial piece on Uganda for the people who wanted to know, for the people who wanted me to share about what's going on there, the position of the country, and actually how all of the factors in Uganda combine to indicate what the future is for the Ugandan people. And for those not really interested or weren't previously interested in East Africa, there's actually a lot to learn about the dynamics and how things are going on and how the state keeps control of power. Is it effective? Because I haven't told you, have I? That's a tease. I haven't told you that. Is Uganda economically successful? Like, do they have anything going for them? Time will tell, as it always does, and I'll be here to report to you the news and the analysis unbiased and without the Western spin, ladies and gentlemen. I am News Baba, and I've taken several sips of coffee. It's not coffee, it's tea. I've taken several sips because... Can you see it? Yeah, you can. Because people noticed that I haven't been drinking my tea the last 2 videos. Anyway, thanks for all your support, guys. I hope to see you again very soon. Take care.